Working on my V-type snowblower, and I've got the caster set up for elevating the rear of the snowblower. When you first start blowing in the fall, early winter, you catch gravel with the snowblower, and so this just allows me to lift the back up a little bit and just pare the snow off the gravel driveway until it gets packed down. So I had to build this with a space left in the center for the pillow block bearing that the fan blower runs on. So that's why you get this little bit of convoluted construction here. The caster wheels that I had, I believe, are 8-inch caster wheels. They're rated for 900 pounds a piece, and I didn't want to go any smaller. I wanted the bigger caster wheels on this snowblower. So I've got it set up so that I can adjust the height off of the ground, and you can start off high and then you can lower it down, and then once you get a snowpack on the gravel driveway, you can take the caster wheels off completely, and then it'll pare the snow off really nice. So now it's all roughed in, cleaned up. I'll put a base coat on it like the rest of it, and then my next move is to go on to mounting the PTO and the fan blower in the back of the snowblower. Just finished putting skid plate on the bottom of the blower, and also put in some welds there for wearing a little bit better. Gave it a base coat, and just waiting for that to dry, and then I'm going to start with the gray paint. Gray paint is the final color. Give you a close-up here of the welds on there for wearing. I've got 2 coats of gray paint on the outside of the snow blower, and we're going to put it back down on the dolly there, and I'll put a couple of coats on the inside of the blower, and then we'll get to putting the blower wheel and new bearings installed in it, and get the PTO shaft on it. So I'm in the process of making runners for the 2 front edges of the snowblower. These were manufactured with a 3/4 inch piece of round solid as skids, and I've had these blowers before, and they tend to dig in too much, and so I'm going to make a runner for each side using 2-inch by 1/4 flat stock. I will bend them in the bender and laminate 2 of them together to give me a 1/2-inch runner, and then we'll weld them onto the existing round skids that are on there. It makes for a nicer job on the driveway when you're doing that. So there's the left runner that I made by welding the 2 1/4 inch pieces of flat together, and all I have to do is weld that in place. I've got the runners finished for both sides at the front of the blower. They're all painted up, and Now we'll move on to working on the blower and fan assembly and get that into the blower. Here's the braking auger and the blower assembly, and we're going to do some modifications on this. I've done it on other snow blowers. We're going to weld some angle on the ends of the flat here that protrude out into where the auger is pushing the snow in, and then we're going to rearrange those support rods. They'll go from the, once I get the angle welded on, they'll go from the top down into the back. It'll open that up a little bit more and allow the snow to get in between the paddles, and it'll make it more efficient. It made a big difference on the other blowers I have. I've got the auger and the blower assembly installed in the snowblower. I replaced both pillow block bearings on it, got brand new bearings in there, and I've got the PTO shaft ready to go. It's been, the two universal joints have been replaced, and I added a coupler that's got a shear bolt in it to protect the PTO shaft in the tractor. Well, the snowblower is all finished except the trip rod for the chute, and I have to hook the tractor up to get the correct measurements so that the rod isn't too long, so I'll do that tomorrow. But for right now it's done. I just finished everything on the Erskine 7-foot V-type blower. I've got it hooked behind my TE820 Ferguson. It's ready to go. Just going to give her a test run now. We've had some fresh snow. The wheels on the back are upside down right now. You turn them around and run them on the steel castors when you're first starting to blow snow in the fall, so you don't pick up gravel. I bought this from a fella down in Grand Forks, North Dakota in the fall of 2019, and just finishing it here. It's the first part of February 2020. So we're going to give her a test run. I'll reposition the camera and show you how that chute works.